Hello everyone, welcome to session 5 of our Milestone Project. And in this session, we are going to complete our first task. So, in the last two sessions, what we did, we created a copy activity which we used to fetch the file from SFTP location into data lake. It was a hard coded thing. After that, we parameterized the copy activity and then we developed the logic to check the day of the week, and based on that we will get the appropriate file. Okay, so this is so far our progress, and now we are going to complete this first task by clubbing these two things together and testing out our pipeline. Okay, so let's go to our Azure portal. For this I have to start our virtual machine, and I am using orders.csv, which I think I have given a link for in the last session, that is session 4. So you guys can go and check in the video description. Uh, this is the order.csv that I have downloaded from a GitHub repo. It's a simple orders file, nothing impressive. So let me go to my data factory resource group, and I am going to switch on my virtual machine. In the meantime, let's just take a look at the file. So orders underscore 2024-04-26, this timestamp I have added. Okay, so I have copied the same orders.csv one more time and given a different timestamp to it. Okay, let me just open this file to see. Perfect. So we have all the data we need. Okay, yeah, everything is here. No, I don't want to save anything. Okay, it has started, and same thing I have uploaded in my virtual machine in my home folder. So let me use WinSCP to check the status of the file. I'm going to give the IP address of my VM as host name. Just a second. Port is going to be 22, so nothing to change in port. Then I am going to give my username and password. As you can see, under slash home slash project admin, I have uploaded the two files that I have created. These are same files, I just have added a different timestamp. Okay, now let's go to our data factory studio. So in the data factory studio, if you see, we have these two parts. So this first part where we are setting variable and checking in using if condition is the logic where we are checking the timestamp day of the week, and based on that we are figuring out which date is going to be the for which date the file is going to be ingested. Okay, and there is a copy data activity that we are going to use to copy the actual data. Okay, so let's just connect these two. Okay, let me go ahead and activate my copy activity because we now need it. Fine, cool. Okay, I just have to do one small thing, just remove the old files. So let me go to containers. I'm going to go in my sync, and I'm going to delete this entire thing. This is also not needed. Fine. Now if you go and check the parameters of your pipeline, we have a file name. Okay, here we are giving the file name manually, but now our logic that we have developed for timestamp is going to give us the file name, so we do not need this parameter anymore. We can delete it from the parameters section of our pipeline, and if you validate you will get an error because now you are referring to a parameter that doesn't exist in your pipeline. So this complaint is coming from copy data activity, so let's go there and check how we can resolve it. So in source, we have the file name highlighted in red. Similarly, in sync also we have the file name and highlighted in red. Okay. So let me remove these two. Yeah. Now what we are going to do, we are going to dynamically create our orders file name using the order string and the timestamp that we are getting from the if condition. Okay, so we are going to concatenate these two parts together and then put the .csv in the end. So we are going to concatenate these three strings to make our final orders file name. Okay, so for that we have a concat function in our data factory. Here we are going to first give orders. After that you are going to put an underscore. Then in the variable you have something known as ingestion date. This ingestion date we developed using the logic that we have defined in if condition. So based on the current date it is going to set the ingestion date. If it is Monday, the ingestion date is going to be the last Saturdays. Okay, after that I am going to put a .csv. Okay, since we want to keep same name in the sync, that is in our data lake, I am going to copy paste the same expression in our sync as well. Okay, now if you validate, there should not be any complaint from the data factory. Let's publish. Okay, cool. So let's see what we have done so far. So in the first step we are getting the current date. To get the current date we are using UTC now, passing our Indian time zone to get the Indian time and date. After that we are formatting it so that we can only get the dates part of our timestamp. We do not need our minutes and seconds. Okay, so this is what we are doing in the first set variable activity, this one. Okay, after that in the next we are getting day of the week, and based on the day of the week we are checking if condition. If day of the week is Monday, we are going to get the Saturday's date. If day of the week is any other day, we are going to get yesterday's date. Okay, after that we are setting these two timestamp in our ingestion date variable, which we are using in our copy data activity to define the final orders file that we are going to ingest. Okay, so this is a summary of what we have done so far in this pipeline, and let's trigger it to see whether it is working or not. Okay, so in the host name I am going to pass my VM public IP address. Generally you will have some kind of name to your VM, but right now to keep it simple we can use this public IP address. Otherwise you can use a DNS service to provide a name to this IP address, and instead of giving this IP address it is easier to remember the names, so you can use that name. But right now just work with the IP address. This is the IP address. Port is going to be 22. I am giving my username. File path I am giving, it is slash home slash project admin. Then ADLS container is sync, and we have variable output as directory. Since I have removed that directory, it will be recreated. Okay, now I am going to click on OK, and the pipeline will be executed. Okay, so since it is Sunday, it is going to pick the yesterday's date. Okay, so as you can see it is 28th, so that is today, so it is going to pick yesterday's date. Okay, since we have said that on Monday when you run the pipeline, since Sunday there is no orders.csv file coming to SFTP location, it should always pick Saturday's date. Okay, fine. Copy activity is done. Now let's go and check our ADLS gen 2 variable output, and we have got 2024-04-27. Okay, now let's just do one thing. Let's add another day to this pipeline. So in the set current date I'm just going to add one more day to this. Okay, so I'm going to say add days UTC now, comma 1. So this way it is going to give us 29th of April, and let's see what happens. I'm not going to publish it, otherwise it will be saved. I'm just going to click on debug and pass the values. So this should again pick the Saturday's file. Okay, let me go to project VM 422 project admin slash home slash project admin. ADLS container will be sync, and I'm going to say debug output. Okay, just to make sure that we are getting the file in a different location so that we can validate. Okay, if I click on OK, and let's see what happens. So if you see, it is picking Saturday's file, set Saturday. Okay, now if I go to my resource group and I check my data lake, there should be a debug output directory in the sync container, and it should hold 27th 4 2024 orders file. Okay, now let's try our logic for a date different than Monday. So again I'm going to go into set variable, and now instead of adding one more day to current date, I'm going to subtract. So since we do not have any subtract days, it's just that you have to say -1 and it will remove one day. Okay, so you have to add minus sign if you want to subtract in the add days. Just keep this in mind. Click on OK. Let's do a debug. Project PM. Okay, I think there was no underscore. Let me remove it. Slash home slash project admin sync debug output. As you can see, it is setting yesterday. So that means it is going to fetch the file that arrived on 26th of April, because pipeline is getting the current date as Saturday. Okay, it is successful. Let me go back and check the sync container debug output. As you can see, we have 26th and 27th file. Okay, so this is the end of our task 1. We are done with this. Okay, now let me close this because I don't want to keep the changes. Fine, here there are two things that I want to highlight. So the first thing is, you can put some default value here in order to make sure that every time you run, you do not have to pass the parameter values. If in case you do not want to pass, the pipeline is going to take the default values as your input. Similarly, it is going to help you in the debug mode as well. I didn't do it because I just wanted to make sure that you understand, but this is one thing that you can keep in mind. And I am going to give you a challenge. What you can do is you can improve this pipeline. So currently our problem statement says that if it is Monday, take Saturday's files. Okay, so that means there will be no files coming to SFTP location on Sundays. So what you have to do is improvise on this pipeline and make sure that if the execution date is falling on a Sunday, it should not execute the copy data activity. Okay, it should not come to this step. Instead, it should get out of the pipeline with a failure message that says that pipeline has, like, you tried to execute pipeline on Sundays. Okay, so we will see how we can do that here in the later sessions. But that was all for today, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share, and subscribe, and please provide your feedback so that I can improve my content. Thank you so much, and let's meet in the next session.